Hi and welcome back to another lesson, and to what I hope will become a monthly corner, which I'll call Interesting Chords, in which I present a particular chord with a particular voicing and then show it in context. And for this first installment, let's look at dominant 7 flat 9 chords. I'm going to start by playing the chord, and I'm going to do it for C because I know for many of you it's the easiest kind of chord to start out with. And then I'm going to explain how I derived it and then show it in context. So the chord voicing is this. So I'm playing an E and a B flat in the left hand and a C, D flat and G in the right hand. So how did I derive this? So first let's start by constructing a C dominant 7 flat 9 chord. So a C dominant 7 is made from the first, third, fifth and flattened seventh of the C major scale, and then I can add the 9, which is a D, and I can flatten it to get a D flat. Now I'm going to move these two notes, the C and the G, up an octave. And here is my voicing. Now, I'd like to point out a few interesting things. First of all, you see I'm using a tritone in the left hand. And this is actually a pretty nifty trick for voicing many dominant 7th chords. You do a tritone in the left hand, and then you can do all sorts of variations in the right hand. So just something to keep in mind. You can do this, and then you can add there are other variations as well, something like this. This is also a C dominant 7, but different flavors, different higher degrees. So back to our chord. I'd like to show you how I use it in a progression. Of course, I urge you to transpose it to all possible 12 keys. So I'm just going to play something, and then you'll see me use it in context. So I use this chord in 5-1 progressions within the overall progression to go both to major and to minor chords. For example, here I was playing a G minor 9 going to a C dominant 7 flat 9, which is the voicing, and then to an F. So this is a 2, 5, 1 in the key of F major. And then I used it to climb up. I play this A dominant 7th to a D minor, and then a B dominant 7th to an E minor. Well, and then there were other chords. But I hope this gave you an idea of where to use this chord in actual context. That's it. I hope you've learned something interesting, and I'll see you next time.